Hey everybody, this is Jewelyn. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my home here in Santa Monica, California, and welcome to another planting with Jewelyn. It is my 4th planting Jewelyn of the day. I hope you have been enjoying this very fun series, and I decided to not change my apron from the video you just seen the day before because I'm still working with Sansevierias. In today's video, you are going to be seeing my larger Sansevierias that recently entered my collection potted up in today's video. If you haven't watched a video that was just up on the channel prior to this video, it was all of my small Sansevierias I recently got into the collection. So I wanted to split it up so the videos are not too long, and it is a beautiful sunny day. I think I have 6 planting with Jewelyns that I want to do back to back, and this is my 4th planting with Jewelyn of the day. So I hope you have been enjoying seeing me plant up babies. I have this very interesting cylindrical type of Sansevieria white planter that I recently purchased, and all of my planters I recently got in my haul. If you haven't watched the planter haul, being filled up with this Planting with Jewelyn series all back to back. So I want to take care of this one first because this one has been bare root for a couple of days and it definitely needs some attention. So I'm just gonna start filling it up with soil. If you're interested in this potting tray, you can check out my affiliated link. My Amazon shop is in my description box along with my mailing address. If you want to mail me anything, you can find all of the information in my description box. So I just want to plant this up first, get this out of the way. It is super hot and sunny, and my goal is before the sun goes down to move my greenhouse in a different part of my space, because where it's at and has been living its entire time in my space, the sun is too strong and it needs to be moved. So I want to take care of that before the sun goes down. And I'm trying to figure out where am I going to put this Sansevieria because it's so long and traily. Like, take a look at it. So this is good for me. We'll move this on the side. Oh, finally. I was so stressed out looking at it unpotted up for a couple of days. So now you have a new home, and that is so gorgeous. Okay, let's do the next one that is bare. I'm just going to put it in this white square planter. I have a few left, so I'm kind of interested to see who is going to be potted up. I have 4 of them, and they're just gorgeous. If you haven't watched my Planting with Jewelyn Aeoniums, which I think was 2 videos back, one of my crested aeoniums, the biggest one I have now in my collection, is living in this same style planter. So it's nice to see a square planter that's big this size in my collection, because all of my square planters are on the smaller side. So it's just interesting to see different size planters in the space, and it works so well. Take a look at that. So definitely wanted to plant these 2 up first before the others that I have here on the side that have been in pots with soil. Yay, gorgeous. Love it, love it, love it. Okay, so you're good to go. Let's move this on the side without hurting myself or the plant. And once it gets established in here, then it'll stand up tall, but it is top heavy, so I'm not gonna mess with it too much. Just leave that there. Okay. Whew. All right, let's do the repurchase baby, because this one got lost from the rain as well last year, and like a year later I finally came across the plant again. And I want to plant it up in a planter that I had on my shelf empty. I want to say it's going to work out perfect. So let's go ahead and see the condition of the root system. Ooh, baby gonna pop out soon. I can easily take from this plant too if I wanted to give, sell, or trade. There's lots to take from. Okay, I like the soil, so I'm gonna keep it. So hot this week here in California. Everybody must be at the beach now that the beach is open to the public. Okay, looking good. Mix this up. Empty planter that I had. I'm probably thinking a cacti baby was in there, and then it got switched to terracotta. Will you fit? not, you might have to live in a square. I think it's okay. I think it's doable. Yay. I believe the next planting with Jewelyn you'll see is houseplants. That's the next one I'm going to film. I have a bunch of houseplants that need to be set up. But I wanted to take care of the Sansevierias first because a lot was bare root. Felt bad. Another option for this plant is putting it in the square planter like this cylindrical. But when it gets bigger, I can always move it out to a different size planter because this one fits like exactly to the T. So gorgeous. Yay! So happy I got another repurchase baby. I don't want to lose this one from the rain. Like, stress me out. Okay, let's get the Silver Plus into its new home. This one is considered a rare plant for me. Sound off in the comments down below if you have the Silver Plus, because I've never seen it before and I finally have something new. So this is not a repurchase baby, but a new baby that I've never had in the collection before. Soil's fine, so I'm gonna mix it with whatever I have in this potting tray. And it's wet, so I'm not gonna water it anytime soon. Nurseries, I tend to see that either they don't water their plants at all or they overwater. Sound off in the comments if you agree. There's always a plant that looks like it's super thirsty that have never been watered in a long time, and then stuff that are just like drowning with too much water. So I wanna expose the root ball as much as I can and mix this soil with mines. This won't get water until I'm back from Las Vegas. Okay, root ball's nice. Go ahead and mix this up. It's so hot. Definitely gonna take a cold shower after all of these plantings. I have a planter that I had in my collection for a while. I'm trying to think what I had in it last, but perfect aesthetic for this plant, so I'm going with it. I think this was the only one like this that was on my planter stand. I'm waiting for a new plant baby to fill it, so here it is. I'm not gonna put a lot of soil because I don't want it to get any kind of rot on the bottom. So that's it. Take a look. Very easy transplant. I'll wipe the planters later. They're all gonna get watered. The collection who needs water today before the sun goes down, but I do want to move my greenhouse before anything because the poor babies in the greenhouse is suffering from the heat. This is Sansevieria in bloom. I don't think I've ever had any of my Sansevierias bloom on me, and I don't know the ID on this. It was not identified when I purchased it, so if any of you know the ID, let me know in the comments down below. I don't want to ruin any of its trails, and I'm just gonna try my best to just pull it out. Wow, it's probably one of my favorite finds for Sansevierias for the recent babies that I got in my collection, because if you look at the patterns, some of it looks like moonshine in between, but it's actually like how the plant is grown, where it's like different shades of green. It's very interesting. I'm gonna have to do some research after this and identify my new Sansevierias. And I'm also gonna have to look back at my Sansevieria collective video, because that was like the last time I did deep research on IDs. And the collective videos are when I really like dive in on identifying my plants. Just because I have hundreds of them, it's hard to keep up with IDs, and I surprise myself. Sometimes I know an ID on a plant and sometimes I don't, but I'm learning, and thanks to you guys for always helping me out in the comments to identify babies that I may not know of. that I have. So that's one thing I love about the plant community. And Sansevierias are very great plants. They're great to purify the air, and as well as great propagators. So if you want to make more babies, it's the perfect plant, and very low maintenance, so it doesn't need much. I think this is good enough for now. Take a look at this section here. You could totally take 1, 2, 3 different sections right here alone if I wanted to. I mean, there's more over here that I could take from. Such a great plant. So I'm gonna use this square planter and plant this one up. So exciting. Soil looks great. Soil looks great, so I'm not worried. But this is also wet too, so I'm not gonna water this one anytime soon. Can you fit? You might need a bigger white planter. Let's see here, unless I can angle you in. Can I angle you in? Okay. Just gonna press down. And Sansevierias love to be root bound, but I might have to get a bigger planter, guys, in the future, like very near future, because do I have a bigger white planter? Let me look. Okay. We have some options, but let's see. If not, I'm gonna have to do some switching out of plant babies, because this one is just like fitting too perfect. And even though if they like to be root bound, let's see. Let's see. The Walmart planter. Perfect. Okay. That was easy. Let me look. Let me look. And this Walmart planter. Without ruining any of the babies. We'll just leave it in the Walmart planter, just because I have some Sansevierias already in this style of planter. It was my last one empty on the shelf. So let's see who gets the square planter in the future. Glad I had this one available. The blooms, ideally I would love to preserve it and do some resin art with it, because that's what I do now with my blooms, which is super fun. And it'll be fun that I can also sell my art too. You guys can have part of the collection, especially if you live in a different country. Okay, I'm not gonna mess with this anymore, because that's just too much stress on the plant. There's one section that broke, but it is what it is. But I'm glad I was able to repot it today. I'm gonna just put a little bit of soil here. Okay. Perfect. So let's see if the blooms open up. Take a look before I leave for Las Vegas, because I would like to preserve it in silica gel for step 1 of preserving blooms. And then if not, I think if I come back a week later, they might already be dead. I don't know what the shelf life of Sansevieria blooms are, because this is the first time I've ever seen one bloom on me. So let's clean up this. That is gonna wrap up another Planting with Jewelyn Sansevieria edition for my larger new Sansevierias. I have a repurchase baby as well as new babies that I've never had in my collection, and it's very exciting to see them planted up and ganged up for today's video. I'm so glad that I was able to do this for them today. I'm gonna water some, but not all. Definitely this split that I did here is callus over and needs some love. This one back here, the soil's wet, so I'm not gonna do anything for this. And maybe not this one. This one is, these two are kind of on the moist side, so I'm not gonna touch them. But the 2 splits will definitely get some water. Maybe just a little for the cylindrical, not a lot, but these will get watered maybe before I leave. By then maybe they might be due for a watering. Plant friend shout out is going to Michelle. One of my favorite things to do are plant friend shout outs on this series. Says here, love you back, Grandma. Thanks for sharing her with us. Keep up your good work and may God bless you all. Thank you so much, Michelle, for supporting the channel. And let me know down in the comments below if you can ID any of these plant babies in today's video. Super happy about the Silver Plus. Never got that one before in the collection, along with these ones here, but definitely happy for my repurchase baby that I lost from the rain. I love Sansevierias, and I hope I inspire you to love them as well. They're weird, they're interesting, they're great propagators, they purify the air, very easy to take care of. Don't need much of anything. They're great in low light areas, especially for my studio. If I do have a few in my studio, I'm not going to stress out because these are very easy plants. So if you are new to plants, looking for a plant to add to your collection that is aesthetically pleasing, low maintenance, and doesn't require too much sun, Sansevierias are going to be one of your favorite plants to try to get into. Very beginner friendly. And that is going to wrap up today's video. They look so cute, and in time, maybe before the year ends, I'll do another Sansevieria collective video, an updated one, because as you can see, I'm coming back strong with new ones and repurchase ones, which makes me really happy. So I'll see you tomorrow, which is the next video I'm going to film now, which is planting with Jewelyn houseplants. And I'm gonna shift gears and maybe I'll sit down for that video, we'll see. So hope you guys enjoyed another fun episode of Planting with Jewelyn. If you're new, welcome to the channel. Subscribe for daily uploads between the main channel Monday to Thursday and the vlog channel Friday to Sunday. You get a video each and every day. Give this video a big thumbs up. This is my 4th Planting with Jewelyn of the day, and I'm gonna try to do 6 total all today, which is all the videos you'll see back to back. So it's a very fun planting day here in Santa Monica. Until next time, aloha from Santa Monica, California. Bye!